on me before you start talking.
One of the things that these dipshits don't know is that we're sharing all the interesting stuff off mic.
Thank you for coming out today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys being here. We're very excited to be here
Where are we?
in Maui.
We are in Maui. Should we towel off? Bring the towels in.
We should say in
Bring the
Maui it
towels
is
in.
very hot here. We've been getting prepped for this for quite some time. We just got done. I appreciate that. We got Brad here bringing us towels, getting us all nice and loose. Thanks so much. We appreciate that. So it's obviously hot. It's a lot of pressure on us to figure these things out.
Aloha and welcome. We are here at the 2019 Maui Invitational presented by Maui Jim, played in a Maui Gym. We are wearing Maui Gyms. We
Yes.
are wearing Tommy Bahamas. My
Yes.
name is Mark Titus. He is Tate Frazier. We are going to be doing a show on YouTube. You can subscribe at the Maui Invitational channel. Tate, talk to the people about what we're doing here.
Titus and Tate take Maui. That's what the hashtag meant. A lot of people were very confused by you putting that out to the
Yep.
world. A lot of people thought that we would never be in Maui. A lot of people thought that we would never be back talking about college basketball.
We're
Here
here.
we are. Here we are. We did it.
It's
We
true.
finally did
That's
it.
a hell of a green screen behind
Yeah,
us.
I know. I mean, who would have thought CGI could get this
We
good?
are in a studio in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yes. That's where we work now.
So the Maui Invitational is happening. You and I are two of the biggest fans of the Maui Invitational.
Yes.
We talk about it constantly. We talk about the Maui Bump, which if you're new to this whole thing, what happens is every year a team comes out here, a little bit under the radar. They win a game or two in Maui, and then in the next AP poll, they're ranked like 4th because they won.
We
like,
always
2
use
games.
Notre
Yeah.
Dame as an example. Notre
Yeah,
Dame
Notre
came out
Dame-
to Maui. They
Yep.
went to an Elite Eight. They win the Maui Invitational. They become top 5 team. Everyone's
Interesting
like, let's
fact
go.
about Notre Dame and the Maui Invitational. Mike Bray,
Is
people don't
here.
know this. Mike Bray's here.
Yes.
Mike Bray comes to the Maui Invitational
Every
every year,
year.
whether he's coaching or not.
Yeah.
He just comes. He's the loosest coach in America. I saw him on the beach down there. He's
Yes.
just walking around, and it's like, Mike, isn't your team playing on the mainland? He's like, they'll take care of it.
This table right here, all the coaches were here earlier getting questions. Mike Bray was with the media.
Yeah.
He was just hanging
Yeah.
out with his boys. Just
He's
asking
drinking a
them
Mai Tai
questions.
back
Yeah, it's
there,
the
just
best.
waving at him.
Yeah, it's great.
So what are you looking forward to in this particular tournament? We have the
Okay.
opening game is Dayton, Georgia, which I think is going to be the best game of all of the opening games. That's my opinion.
Ever.
In
in all
ever
the
history.
opening games.
The
Olympics.
history of all opening games.
World
Better
Cups.
than Virginia, UMBC. Better
Yeah,
than all of them.
better than all of them. That'd be good.
We have that as the opening game. They will play the winner of Michigan State and Virginia Tech.
Yes.
We have Kansas Chaminade. You're a big Chaminade
Yes,
guy.
Chaminade, we predicted on the bracket release that Chaminade will have the biggest upset in this tournament. We don't know if it'll be Kansas.
Yep.
We don't know if it'll be UCLA.
We're just trying
We
to
don't know who
will,
it'll
like
be,
no
but they will do
disrespect
it.
to Kansas fans. We're just trying to will it into existence. Mike Wilbon was at the Virginia Chaminade game and
Allegedly.
back in the day, and he talks about it. And he gets to flex on everyone and be like, "I was at that game. I was the only media guy there."
Let us be at that game.
I want to be at that game. I want to be the new Mike Wilbon. It's like I was in the gym when Chaminade beat Kansas. But if they don't, that's okay too. They'll beat somebody.
And we
They're
have an
gonna beat
excuse
somebody.
already for Chaminade. If they do not win, they had a 7-hour delay
They did,
yesterday.
yeah.
So blame weather, blame Mother Nature. Do not blame Chaminade.
They had to swim.
or the
Yeah,
Silver
it was
Sur-
so
Swords,
windy.
you know?
It was actually so windy they couldn't fly. This is a
Yes.
true story. And so they swam over from Oahu. They swam from Oahu
Yes.
to Maui. It was
It's called
it was crazy.
Moana 2, The Silver Swords Rise.
So if they look a little tired, that's what happened. And then the final game we have BYU versus UCLA. I can confirm this. I did not believe it all summer, and then I got here. We've been here for a couple days now, and I can confirm Mick Cronin is in fact UCLA's head basketball coach.
It is real,
It's true.
folks.
It happened. He was hired
He
by
did it.
UCLA, and he's here. He's going to be coaching against BYU, so that is exciting. It's a great field, Tate. What are you looking forward to out of all
The
this?
things that stand out in the field. First, we got Tom Izzo, Bill Self. We got the head honchos, the big guys here. They're going to be basically all in, all about it. They're here to win. Everyone wants to see Game 12. Those two guys play each other.
Is that what it's
that's
called?
what it Game 12.
Game
is when
12
they'll
is the
play each other.
terminology
So if you're
for,
looking at
like,
the
the-
bracket,
the
Game
title
12.
game?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's exciting, obviously. We want to see Cassius and Izzo together, a team that everyone's like you. You think the Big Ten has a chance to win a title this year. So
Yep.
it's a good test. We get to see Anthony Edwards, one of the top freshmen in the country with Tom Crean. That's exciting. And we also get to see our boy Mike Young from Wofford
Yep.
with Virginia Tech. So
we
a lot
got-
of stuff to talk about.
And you skipped over Dayton, who I think Dayton. I think
You
Dayton,
love-
I
there's
love
a little
Dayton.
bit of a
I think
Ohio
okay.
bias,
Here's what
so
happened.
I don't
Dayton
know
is
about this.
Dayton is staying at our hotel, and there are only 3 teams staying. BYU, Michigan State, and Dayton are all at our hotel. I have witnessed the Dayton team interacting on the beach, throwing the
Yes.
football around. A lot of Dayton fans are here. They're interacting with the team. The team is not, you get a lot of these major programs, these big time programs. There's kind of a invisible wall between the players and the fans. Like the fans try to hang out with the players. The players are like, please leave us alone, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like that with Dayton. There's like a big family aspect. Like the fans that are here for Dayton, they're hanging out with the players. I don't know,
Do you
man.
think they
I
call
feel
their
like there's a good
fans the
vibe.
frequent flyers?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
like
Let's
that.
put that out to the
I think
world.
Dayton's gonna have. Dayton is my pick for the Maui bump. I think I'm calling my shot that after the Maui Invitational is played, the very first AP poll that comes out, the Dayton Flyers will be ranked. You heard it here first.
Ranked.
That is going to happen. They're going to be ranked probably like 19th. That's my prediction.
I'll say that's a pretty good prediction.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are excited. I'm also really excited to see BYU, a team that I think has a chance to maybe shock some people this
Yeah.
weekend. I mean, we've heard all the bad stuff about potentially UCLA with the defensive problems, so that'll be a fun game to watch early on.
Yoli Childs is suspended. That's a bummer
Yes.
because he declared for the draft and then undeclared. And then NCAA said, we care about the kids, but not you, so you're suspended, which is it's a big-time bummer. We were hoping to see him, but BYU still got a pretty good team. That'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. And then basically from here on out, we are just all things Maui. So we will be completely in it. We will be following Bill Walton around, Jay Billis. We'll be doing everything Maui. That's why we're here.
This
That's why
feels
we came here.
to give people a vibe, because kind of why we're here too is to give people behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, because the ESPN broadcast, they can show you the games. They can talk about the teams.
Yes.
They get the access to the coaches. When we come and look at the
They have
coaches,
the information.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they have the big brains. What we have is we have the boots on the ground, and we're behind the scenes out here.
We have the big boots.
And so to show everyone kind of what's going on and give you a feel of what this is. This feels like an AAU tournament, like just walking around. Like we went to this
I feel
thing
like
last
we're at
night.
camp. That's
Yeah,
what
it's like a camp mixed with an AAU tournament, mixed with like an exotic vacation, obviously. All the teams were interacting.
Mixed with maybe a honeymoon. Like you just kind
Yeah,
of feel like your wife's going to come around the corner. It's like the Heartbreak Kid all over again. I don't know.
All the teams were interacting last night, and it just felt like for me, it felt like being on the AAU circuit where you see guys you know and have played against a lot, and you're dapping each other up and playing cornhole and doing that whole thing.
They call it bags here, by the way,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
cornhole.
yeah.
Bags.
But one thing that stood out to me is like if we're doing an AAU tournament, why don't we just like really blow
Where
this
is
thing
Bronny
out?
James? If we're doing an AAU tournament, where is Bronny James?
Where's Sonny Vaccaro if we're doing the AAU tournament? Where's him?
Where is
full
Adidas?
If we're doing an AAU tournament, why not like the true AAU move is to have a pool play on day one where every team has to play like 4 games. That's what I want to see. I want to take Maui Invitational to the next level where like on day one everyone has to play 3 games, and we're just here from like the first game tips off at 1 a.m.
Yes.
local time
Yes.
in Maui, and then it runs all the way up till 1 a.m. Like you just keep them churning, like it's AAU, and then we do the pool play, and then you play the whole tournament. And every day you're playing. Like all these teams that come here in 3 days, they play 10 games. That's what I want. I want them to be exhausted.
Every single AAU coach in America right now is like, I'm down to go to Maui. Why don't we just start the pre-Maui Invitational?
Yeah,
Why don't we just get
yeah.
this thing going? And
should do
we
that.
also want to thank the crowd that we have here listening to us
Yeah.
talk. I mean, we have a lot of people
Huge
that came out and
crowds.
wanted to hear us.
Huge.
So we appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you guys.
Absolutely massive crowd
I mean,
witnessing
Look,
this.
people are excited that we're back. So
We
we're
told them-
excited.
We told them to hold their applause till the end of the show,
Yes,
so that's
yes,
that's
it'll be
why
nice. I
you
can't
hear
wait
the
for that.
silence. Any parting thoughts before we wrap this up?
Parting thoughts, Chaminade, this is the year. That's all I got to say. Chaminade all day. This is the year.
I think Kansas or Michigan. I'm going to be boring. I think Kansas or Michigan State will win it. But I called Dayton as my.
We're not
bump.
talking about
I think
winners.
Dayton, yeah,
We're
yeah.
like there's
Well,
difference.
no. Okay,
There's a
well, my
difference.
shock the world is Dayton. As I said, Dayton is my Maui bump. That's the team I'm picking. So we're excited. I have never ever been to this event. We've both been to Maui many times,
But never to this event.
never to this event. I cannot wait to get to the Lahaina Civic Center, see those soft rims. They have air conditioning now, Tate. I'm going to ask them to turn the AC off just so I can get the feel
Turn it
for
off.
what it was like when
Yeah.
Adam Morrison dropped 43
Put
on
on that
Michigan
jersey.
State. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on, just put up some shots, see if the rims are still soft. Tate, there are a lot of people out there have been saying recently, is the Maui Invitational still the top dog? There's been a lot of chatter going on. A lot of these other early season tournaments are popping up around Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Folks, you're going to turn on your TV this week. You're gonna see a lot of shots of palm trees. A lot of commentators saying like, "We are here in paradise. Now we're getting back to the action," and they're gonna show a court that is not the Lahaina Civic Center. And I want you to know these are imposter tournaments. They are not the OG like the Maui Invitational is. This thing invented the concept of shipping 19-year-old kids to
To Maui.
paradise.
Yes.
for like an entire week and making them play basketball, but also not be distracted by all the cool stuff going on around them. This was the first place that did it, and it feels great to be here.
And they did it right. Yeah, it's good to be the pioneers. It's good to be first, and we're happy to be here. And it's the Maui Invitational, and if you go to Twitter, it's at Maui INV is the handle, so you can find us there. We'll have little clips coming out, and then we have on the YouTube Maui Invitational every single day. The show will be up. We have the podcast. We're in Maui. We're back. We'll be tweeting. We'll be talking.
And we're also going to be drinking a lot of Mai Tais and Pina Coladas, so we are not held responsible for what we say from here on out.
So listen and watch. Thank you.